Okay, we got the hitch with some bolts and the instructions. Let's get this thing installed on the 2023 new Prius. Okay, I want to be able to haul my jet ski. Okay, step one, chalk the front wheels. Yeah, sure, it's done. Raise the rear of the vehicle with a hoist or whatever, place it on jack stands. Okay, done. Remove the clips, bottom bumper, shown in the panel. Okay, looks like I gotta pull some clips and some screws. Not too bad, let's see. Anytime you're doing a project, put on a set of gloves. That way you can do the whole project and be clean, ready to rip. So step one is pretty easy. Get a pick tool like this, put it in the clips. Let's go like this. Pop her on down. Grab it, pull it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the next step involved pulling one more clip here, one more clip here, and then 2 screws right here. Phillips screws, easy to do. So the next thing you have to do is trim the inner and middle plastic flanges under the cross member with a saw. And then do the same on the opposite side. So let's see what we gotta do. So it looks like we gotta cut out that and cut out that. I'll show you. So something I didn't show is you gotta take and screw out these little plastic claps or screw in clips here, just like this. Use a flathead, whatever you want. Just something to turn it so then we can pop down this whole panel here. I already started to pop down this one, and there's one up there you got to do with a flathead screwdriver. So that one, those 2, one there, one on the other side, and then this panel will come down, this panel and the other panel, and then you'll be able to trim them. So this part was a little confusing. Took me a second to orient this, so it might help somebody. Basically, this is the driver's side bottom panel. They want you to cut this section out here, which is only from here up to here and across to there and down. So that piece needs to be cut out. And as you can see from the bolt pattern, it's 2 little ones, one larger one. That goes right here. You need to dismount the exhaust hanger bolts. Just take this out and support the exhaust. Pull this off, these 2. Pull this cap off. I'm gonna be putting in an internal nut. And basically this one there, these 2 here. Same on the other side, just about. It is basically these 2 here will come out and this here. And you might want to lower the exhaust down just to give you a little bit more room. I think I'm going to be able to just squeeze this up in here, get it weaseled in there. We'll see. And as you will see, once you pull those 2 plugs, these 2 are threaded, ready for your 2 bolts. There's the open hole for the internal nut that we're going to slide in there. I'll show you how to do that. And you'll see once you drop down the exhaust, these 2 bolts and the other 2 on the other side, the exhaust will fall down enough. It will hang on the front mount, so just let it easily slip down. This will give you plenty of room to put the hitch inside there and bolt it up. Now the next part is doing the bolt fishing. So we need to fish these bolts, these 2, down through the frame. And the way you do that from the inside, start to do this with one hand, but basically you put it in there like that. And then this wire piece will end up going on the bolt here. You screw it on, and then you fish it down through the hole. So it's actually really simple. You take the wire and you fish it in through the frame, down through the hole to get the bolt to stick out. Now you got your bolt ready to go for when you put the hitch on, you can put the nut on. So I'm gonna try to show you how to do this. It's kind of a trick. You gotta take this all apart like this. So you have each individual piece. Then you stick the bolt up in there first, just like that. Then the washer, get that up in there. It's kind of a trick. And then you take the plate, you slide that, get that up in there. Once it's all up in there, then you just wiggle it around until you get the bolt. Sometimes it's a little tricky. You gotta get the bolt to come down through all the stuff. And for some reason, it's being a pain in the butt. I see. Sometimes give a little wiggle or two. And hopefully you get lucky. In my case here, it's want me to use 2 hands. So I'm not going to be able to show you in one take. Alright, took some finessing. As you can see, it all came through. So now you got this ready to go onto the hitch. Okay, so got the bolts through. Got that bolt tight, those 2 tight. And basically all there is left now is to put the plastic pieces back on. And I got the muffler back tight, these 2, tighten those 2 up. And then got those put in, just like that. I do recommend doing this with 2 people. It was a pain in the butt for me to kind of hold it with my leg and get it started. I fought it for a little bit, but she's installed. Looks really good. And as you can see, it's flush. So you can't tell that it has a hitch on it, which is really awesome because the hitch actually slides in from the bottom. Super cool. Okay, so there it is, all installed. Nice and flush with the bottom of the car. Can't even tell that you have a hitch, which is really awesome. You didn't have to actually trim this plastic piece that they want you to trim right here. It actually just bends around the bracket, which is totally fine. And I still got all the clips in, fits really nice and tight, so it's ready to go. Some people might be wondering why I didn't put this piece back in, and that's because I have a rear diffuser that's coming. It makes you take that piece out and the diffuser goes on here. So took that out and leaving it out for now, but pretty nice. I love it that the hitch is vertical and you slip it in and the hitch will go right here and you throw a bolt in and then tighten it up, and then you can throw whatever trailer you got on there and you can haul up to like 2,500 pounds, I believe, or 2,000 pounds. So perfect for hauling jet skis and maybe a quad or a dirt bike.